Hey yo guys, it's your boy JJ, and it's been a minute. It actually has been a minute, I'm not gonna lie. I'll be honest, had a long month in January, just had a little break, had school, studies, exams, all that jazz. However, we're back in this grind season, comeback season, all types of seasons is in this season. So let's get straight with this, right? Today, we're gonna making a Kanye West, Mr. West, yay, Yeezy season B. That's how we do it. We're gonna be making a nice old school soul-based one. We're gonna do some sampling. I'm gonna walk you through all that, all the steps and how I do it. First of all, as you guys can see, I literally use YouTube to find like most of my samples, and the one I really enjoyed was this one, Loletta Holloway, Cry to Me. I apologize if I butchered your name. YouTube. Then get yourself any YouTube to MP3 converter. I usually use this one. I like to use this website called TuneBat. So what happens is when I convert the file from YouTube to MP3, I drag it in this program, and what it does is it'll find the beats and the BPM and the scale for me. And from there, I just go straight into the FLP and get into the beat. Right, first things you guys need to know when it comes to making a sample beat, or well, a soul beat using a sample, you want to open up Edison, you want to drag your beat into Edison, and you want to obviously find some chops throughout there, little bits and sections that you like. As you guys can see, I have found 4 chops that I really enjoyed. I'm going to use one for the intro, one for the outro, and then 2 like switching between hook and verse. So these are what I found.
But it's something I want you to know. I love you. I love you. I love you.
So that's what I use for the intro. And as you can see, and I have done this to all of the samples I've extracted, I pitched it up by 2 semitones, messed with the time knob a bit and stretched it so everything it doesn't look like it here, but it makes it so everything fits out perfectly. Second sample I used, and this one's for the outro. Like, bro, these are cold. These are so cold. Third sample I used. I think the sample's cold. I really like the sample. Then here's the next one that I used. And that's what I use for the verse. And don't lie to me, all 4 of those individually, you could chop and loop and do whatever you want to them, but I think all of them are cold. Obviously, as I said, the first one for the outro. As you guys can see, all of these samples are cold. I used the first one for the intro, the third one for the outro, and the others as the verse and hook. Now, let me show you what I did. First of all, I took one of the 8-bar... First of all, I took one of my 4-bar loop samples, as you can see, put it into Edison, messed with the pitch wheel, so I put it up 200 cents. As you can see, I messed with the arrangement just a little bit, and I maxed out all the velocities because that lets the sample shine a bit more. So this is what I use for the first part of the hook and all my verses. As you can see, only a few chops, but it just adds a nice little like, ooh, ooh, MJ little. Ooh.
Man, you're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Ruining.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. And for effects, all I really used was an EQ. I cut off the low frequencies where they clash with the kick that I'm going to use later. A lot of the highs, because obviously there's other drums within it, so you want to get rid of it. A few harsh frequencies, and boosted just the bass frequency a bit because that bass in this sample is so cold. Then for the second sample, as you guys can see, I dropped it into 3 slices, so once more. I messed with the arrangement a bit, took it up again 200 cents because you have to keep it all in the same key. This is what it sounds like. It's cold. It's so cold. I like repeating the little part a bit, as you can see, because I don't know, it just makes it sound like more flary, more emotional. I just love it. Everything about it screams like soul sample, Kanye over this. Oh, cold. Just so you guys know, I whacked both of those within the same mixer channel. So what ended up happening was they both have the same EQ onto it, and I literally added no other effects. And now that I've said that, this is what the two samples sound like together for the hook. As you guys can hear, that just transitioned so beautifully to the second part of the hook, making it more dramatic. The artist can spit over that. It just sounds amazing. And for those in the comment section, actually before you even start typing away, you little keyboard warriors, and start going, oh, you can still hear the drums, oh, you can still hear a bit of this and that. Well, that's how it is. You can't get rid of everything, but you can duck some frequencies. However, when you mix it correctly and you introduce your own drums, you won't be able to hear these ones. So that's how you do it. Anyways, enough of that babbling. Next up, we got the drums. I got a nice old school snare, a basic pattern hitting every, God knows, because I don't know basic music theory. This is what it sounds like. Hey, old school snare, lovely. And for effects, I got an EQ cutting out everything below 200 and just a few highs. That's really it. Next up in the drums, I got hi-hats, and as you can see, this is not just a regular two-step pattern, it's a literal one-step pattern. I literally place a hi-hat on every single step. However, as you can see, I've ducked some of the frequencies to give a bit of an old school bounce, a little bit of a swing. So this is what it sounds like. And again, just for you guys' sake, a basic EQ, you know, all those, a little tiny bit of the high end. Next up, we got a nice kick, a nice dirty old school boom bap kick. And this is a pattern I've laid out, quite basic, quite simple, but it does the job. And this is what it sounds like. And just for you guys' sake, I layered that kick with this kick as well. Just to add a little bit of extra punch and to fill out the frequencies that were missing from the original kick. Lastly, I added an old school crash to the beat. It just made the sample stand out even more, especially with the whole vocals going cry to me. It just sounded fantastic. So as you guys can see, very simple, very straightforward, but it does the job. Now that I've speed enough nonsense, this is what the drums sound like together. And that, guys, is the whole drums, all of the samples, everything, right? Also, I'm glad you made it to the end of the video. You know, it's good to be back, obviously, you know, down here, right? Little comment, subscribe, all that jazz, you know, for your boy, your one and only JJ, you know, love. Yeah, but, you know, all that jazz. I'm going to be making sure I consistently upload like once a week now. And you guys will hear the beat at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Take it easy.